Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of India's most crucial political showdowns, the Bihar Assembly elections. We're going to break down all the key numbers, introduce you to the main players, and really get to the heart of what's at stake here.
I know, Bihar's political scene can feel a little complicated. But don't worry, we're going to give you a super clear, straightforward rundown of this entire election in under 5 minutes. Let's do this.
All right, first things first, let's talk numbers. Because really, to get a grip on any election, you've got to start with the basic math. It's the foundation for everything that follows.
So the magic number to start with is 243. That's the total number of seats up for grabs in the Bihar Assembly. Think of each one as its own little battleground, with every party fighting hard to win it.
But it's not just about the total number. How these seats are divided up is also super important. Out of those 243 seats, 203 are general category, meaning they're open to everyone. Then, to make sure everyone's represented, 38 seats are reserved for scheduled caste candidates, and another 2 are for scheduled tribe candidates.
And that brings us to the real magic number, 122. Any party or alliance that can win at least 122 seats gets a clear majority. That's it. That's the finish line they're all racing towards to form the next government.
Okay, so when is all of this actually going down? You know, an election isn't just a single day. It's a whole process. Let's look at the key dates you'll want to circle on your calendar.
The voting is split into 2 phases. Phase 1 kicks off on November 6th, covering 121 seats. Then, the second and final phase is on November 11th for the remaining 122 seats. And then comes the big one, the day we're all waiting for, November 14th. That's counting day, when every single vote gets tallied and we find out who won.
And just take a moment to think about the sheer scale of this. We're talking about 7.4 crore. That's 74 million eligible voters. It's a massive democratic exercise that's literally going to decide the future of the entire state.
So who's actually competing for all those 74 million votes? Well, the fight for Bihar really comes down to a clash between 2 major political alliances. Let's break down who they are.
In one corner, you've got the NDA, the National Democratic Alliance, which is mainly the Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP, and the Janata Dal United, the JDU. And in the other corner, we have the Mahagathbandhan, or Grand Alliance, which is led by the Rashtriya Janata Dal, the RJD, and includes the Indian National Congress and the left parties.
Of course, it's not just about these 2 big players. Smaller parties can play a really crucial role, sometimes even becoming the kingmakers that decide the final outcome. A huge part of the pre-election drama is always about the intense negotiations over seat sharing, figuring out who gets to run in which constituency.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to the most important person in this entire equation. You, the voter. Because with all this context, you're now in the perfect position to make an informed choice.
And it's a fair question to ask, right? In a sea of millions, what difference can one single vote possibly make? Well, history has shown us time and time again that elections can be won or lost by razor-thin margins. Your vote is the fundamental building block of the entire result.
So think about it from your own perspective. What's changed in your local area? Are the roads better? Are there more job opportunities? Has the local infrastructure seen any improvement? Your personal experience is a really powerful guide in all of this.
And looking forward, what are your hopes? What do you expect from the next government? More jobs, better schools, improved healthcare? Your vote is the single clearest message you can send about what you want the priorities to be for the next 5 years.
So as you follow the news over the coming weeks, just keep these 4 key things in mind. 1. The seat count and that magic number 122. 2. The main alliances and how they're interacting. 3. What are the big issues everyone is talking about? And finally 4. What are the actual hopes and expectations of the people of Bihar?
Because at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. The real power of a democracy isn't just about voting, it's about casting an informed vote. Being in the know is what gives your voice its true strength.
Because the results on November 14th won't just decide the next government, they're going to set the course for Bihar's future. The only question left is, what will that future look like?